Good morning, everyone. Hey, look, it is Saturday, March 18th, 2017. Markets are closed. And hey, I don't know how you found me, but you found me and you're going to learn something today. Hey, look, I talk covered calls and I just love the covered call strategy. If you've been watching my videos, you know I am all about the covered calls. Why? Because for me, it's a winning strategy. If you watch my videos, you know I talk about swing trading and trying to use volatility trading over the years. But once, and win some, lose more than I won, if you know what I'm saying. Well, with covered call writing, once you get your financial education, once you understand the strategy, it's win after win after win for me. And I tell you that for motivation and inspiration. Hey, look, let's get right into it today. We are going to talk about the fear. I think the number one fear of covered call writers, new covered call writers, and seasoned covered call writers is when their stock shoots past their strike price and they just feel like they're holding the bag of lost profits. Now, I've done 3 videos on win, 2 videos in a video series of how I dealt with that. I want you to watch that video. It's down here, okay? It's a 2-part series on win and how I dealt with it, okay? And just so happens, last week, it happens again. It happens again, where I actually bought win at 90.80 and it rockets higher. That's how Wall Street plays it. I've been telling you that for a while. And time again, it's happening. So we're going to talk about that fear of our stock jumping past our strike price, and we just don't know how to deal with it. Okay? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about adding to our cost basis when we buy back these options. Okay? Because that's what we're going to do here with Win. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about profit at cost. People email me saying, John, you keep talking about you're buying back your profit at cost. Okay, we're going to talk about that. That's my little lingo within the game, okay? When you have to buy back your profit at cost when you do these things. So, hey, hang in there, go get some coffee, sit back, get ready to learn. Now, hey, look, thank you for coming to my channel. Yeah, bang that subscribe button like you always do. You folks that aren't getting that email, when I do a new red hot covered call video, hit the bell, ring the bell. And bang that like button. Let me know you like what I'm doing, because that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for that one cat that's sitting out there. He's got his head in his hands. He's got a couple bucks in the bank. He doesn't quite know what to do. He's got to make ends meet. Needs a conservative strategy. Maybe through looking into what I do, he gets that little bit of motivation or education. Right? And it sets a fire inside of him or her to get that financial education and do this strategy and start winning. So, okay, here we are. We're going to talk about win. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I have so much to talk about with other topics too. With that said, win. The quick backstory on win. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I bought win at 90.80. I wrote a couple calls. Win rockets above 95 bucks, 97 bucks, heads to 100 bucks. I had a 97.50 written, and I decided that I was going to buy that option back, and I was going to then sell the next option. This was the setup right here I showed in my last video. Notice how I bought the shares here. I've been writing some covered calls, got a dividend. Then I had to buy it back. Why? Win is rocketing past my strike price, and it's now going into that realm of it could move another 10 bucks. But I had like two weeks or even a month to sit and watch this happen. No, I'm going to take action because you know I work the covered call strategy dynamically. I'm not going to sit on my hands. And at that 97.50 strike, I was going to profit about $2,100 by buying it back, paying that $1,100, then writing the next call. then adding to my cost basis, or pardon me, to my stock price, my strike price, I was going to make $3,100. Okay? So I can reap some of the gain. Now, look, we know the covered call strategy is a short position. We are limiting our upside. But when we limit our upside, that doesn't mean we can't do something if it goes above. Now, we're doing something where there's a lot of time premium left. You'll hear people talk about, a premium being intrinsic value and time value. Well, if let's say you have a month left, that intrinsic value, say it has $5 in intrinsic value, real money value. The stock has gone past your strike price, let's say $5. Your strike price is 95, the stock is at 100. Okay, the option that you got paid, let's say $1 for, right, is now trading for $6. Okay, the stock is at 95. Pardon me, your strike price is at 95. It's now at 100. The premium, the option price is now $6. The one that you got paid $1, if you go look at that on Yahoo Finance, it's now $6. Well, what do we have? We have the $5 in real money in the stock, right? From 95 to 100. And then that $1 is time value. You still have a month to go. That time value, there's a lot of money there. You're giving that back. Now, buying profit at cost means this to me. Stock's at 95. Pardon me. Stock's at 100. Okay? The option that I got paid $1 for is now $6. My strike price is 95. Okay? Now, if I buy that option back for $6 and immediately sell the stock, okay, I pay the $5 in the option, actually $6 here, but I want you to remember that $5. If I immediately sell the shares right there on the spot, I realize that $5 back in my account. So it's a wash. And what are we left with? We're left with that time value. This is why when we get close to expiration Friday, I always tell you that I'm going to buy these things back for like a penny, 2 pennies. Because what happens is if a stock has gone beyond my strike price, we now have that real money in the option, real money in the stock. But that time value is shrinking down. So on expiration Friday, let's use that same example. My strike price is 95. The option, the stock is at 100. That option is now selling for $5.05. Okay? Now, that time value is 5 cents. Well, I'll buy that back, relieving my obligation, sell my shares immediately, and I can write another covered call on that day. I could buy a stock. I have to buy a stock because I'd sell the shares immediately. Now, that's the key. When you buy back the profit at cost, you add to your cost basis $5. You're not buying the profit and adding that profit to your position. You have just actually extended yourself $5 extra. You have to do a couple things. You have to immediately sell the shares to realize that $5 back, washing everything out, right? And you take that dollar premium. Remember that dollar premium we talked about? I got paid $1 to sell the 95. Well, if the stock is $5 above my strike price and I only paid a nickel in time value, okay, so I got paid $1. Now, when I buy it back for a $5.05 and I immediately sell the shares because the shares are at $100, what am I left with? I'm left with my original $1. I minus that 5 cents and I make 95 cents on the trade with win. Win has rocketed past my strike price. Okay? Again, let's focus. Here is win. Remember, my current strike on win is 105. That option I got paid $3.15 for. If you watch the video, I got paid $3.15. It's now $7.15. Okay? I still have, look at that. I still have many weeks. And win has got some wind behind its sails. It is heading higher. What do? I can sit on my hands and hope that win comes down. Maybe it comes down below 105 and I don't have to worry about all this. But it's probably going to go higher. So what do? I'm going to use a dynamic exit strategy to figure this out. Okay? I call it playing the game within the game. Okay? Again, I got a 105 strike. Right now, I can profit on the total trade, $3,100. Wash my hands of this. But because I have a month, that's a month of dead money. Month of dead money. So let's look at win here. And I'm going to just quickly come over here to the same April strike. Now, the same April strike, you're going to hear some people say, look, you need to go another month out, get more premium to pay for the premium you're going to buy back. Yes, I get that. But in this case, if I keep my 1 month strike, my 1 month expiration, but I increase my strike price by $10, look what happens. Remember, I'm 105 right now. If I sell, if I wake up Monday, buy back this option for $7.15, I add to my cost basis. But I've alleviated my obligation to sell at 105. I immediately sell the 115 for 185. I add $1,000 to my overall total profit. Let's take a look at that. Okay? All right, so again, stock has rocketed past my strike price, $97.50. I sold the 105, had to pay $1,100, but then I wrote the 105 and collect $630. I'm sitting back feeling good. I've added from the original $2,100 profit now to $3,100. Got to hold it till April 21st. I got no problem with that. I'm making money. Love it. Win has now rocketed past 105. It's heading to 111. Well, here we are. Same situation. So let's do the quick math. Okay? And I'm going to keep these numbers rough here. So right now, let's say I want to buy that option back. We're going to go 715 times the 200, right? That's $1,400. Got my nifty spreadsheet here. You guys should create your own. See, when I do that, it immediately jumps my cost basis to 103. Okay? You see that? Right now, pardon me, my cost basis is down here. I'm sorry, $89. If I add to this, again, $1,430, right? Notice how my cost basis jumps to $96 down here. Okay? Now, we have to immediately sell that option that I talked about, the 115. Let's do that. Now, 115, I'm going to get 185 times 200. 370. Brings my cost basis down to 94. But let's go over here and add the 115. And look what happens. I actually increase my profits. And if you do the simple math, let's take the 115 minus the 94. Just keep the number straight, okay? That's $21. That's going to be times 200 when the trade executes. Are you kidding me? Come on. Minus $21 times 200 equals that, 4,200. Okay? So remember, at $97.50, I had profited $2,100. I moved my strike price to 105. I profit $3,200. You saw that in the last video. Now, if I do this action on Monday, I can profit $4,200 at 115. Now, hey, look, what is the downside to this? Of course, when rockets up, I do all of this fine and dandy stuff, and when falls. It falls back down to 95. I've added to my cost basis. Okay, I'll probably buy this option here that I got paid $1.82 for. I'll probably end up buying that back for less than a dime because Fidelity doesn't charge me anything. And I'm playing the game within the game. Okay? So yes, you do this in measured responses to the stock moving. Okay? Again, am I going to do this? I'm not sure. By the way, let's go back to this option because I know some of you will say, hey, you want to maybe write that next month out of the strike to just grab extra juicy premium, right? To really jack it up. Sure, let's do that. Let's take a look. Let my Yahoo refresh here. Oh, you kidding me? Come on. I am doing this live and I do it in one take, folks. I do apologize, okay? Well, there it is. If I sell the 115 strike, I get $470 for that. Okay, 470. Let's go back over here real quick. Let's plug in. The 470, okay, times the 200 equals 940. Let's plug that into my nifty spreadsheet. Now my cost basis is 91. And look at my total profit. Now, that is a June expiration. Got to hold the stock longer. Might even collect an extra dividend. And there's the dividend for me. It'd be an extra $100. So let's just say I'd make 26% on this trade. Hey, look, I know there was a lot there. Again, the fear of a stock shooting past your strike price, you don't have to. Learn this strategy. You could have dynamic exit strategies to make you more money. It starts to flow like water. And when it flows like water, you don't sit there in a panic state. You don't make bad decisions. We're adding to our cost basis when we buy back above our strike price. We have to use an exit strategy. The exit strategy could be we immediately sell the shares. That's what I call profit at cost. You're buying back your profit at cost. It washes out. You make nothing. And the difference between the premium you got originally paid versus the time value left in the premium that you just paid is where your real profit's at. And obviously, the longer you have it till expiration, the more that time premium is there. And you're going to have to pay back. And it's playing the game within the game. I get criticized. Hey, man, you give too much premium back because you buy back, you do this, you do. Hey, look, it's working for me. But if you're going to play the game within the game, you got to have your exit strategies locked. You got to be locked in your exit strategies, because I have woken up and having stocks that I've written strikes on, covered calls on, and the stock's fallen $10. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to have an exit strategy. I'm going to buy that option back, because that option that I just paid or got paid, let's say $1, is probably now less than 10 cents. Fidelity doesn't charge me to buy it back under 10 cents. I buy it back, alleviate my obligation. Now I can do things with the stock. Stock rockets above my strike price, just like Win. Okay, I don't have to sit here fearful that I'm missing out on all this. Yes, you have to do things, but getting your financial education will help this all flow like water. You could do it time and time again. Hey, look, I went through a lot there, and for a lot of you newbies, I'm telling you, man, you got to learn this. You don't learn it, you're going to find yourself in a stressful situation, okay? So I really want you to go back and watch this video again. I want you to watch the video, the two-part series right here, okay? Two-part series on my last big win trade. I mean, I did a two-part series on it. It was so exciting, okay? So I want you to get your financial education. I want you to learn this stuff. Hey, look, I do appreciate, by the way, the Ask John segment will be tomorrow. I love the questions. You're sending them in, and they're good questions. I am going to answer some of your questions tomorrow. Look, 320 subs. Hey, you know how I feel about that. If this is the first time you found me, well, I want you to know I appreciate you being here and watching the videos, and I hope you learned something. I want you to bang that subscribe button. I want you to ring my bell and like that video if you liked what I'm bringing, okay? Because that motivates me to do my next covered call video for you. Hey, guys, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs.